So here we're going to be doing what's called a smart search or a VCA search. The NVR calls them VCA functions. These are things like perimeter intrusion detection, object detection, people counting, all the smart options that are available in the NVR. So you right click and go to playback. You select the camera here that you need from the list. We'll go and do this camera here. And then you want to select smart down here at the bottom. That'll change it over to a different look here. So we'll have to select that camera again, but the camera will show up in a blue triangle for the days that it has smart recordings. Now these show up in conjunction with 24/7 standard recordings. So now down here at the bar at the bottom, if we shrink this, you can see that we've got a normal 24/7 recording and then a green smart alert. Right, these smart alerts are any of the VCA functions on the NVR. So this camera, for example, is set up to do auto tracking, which is a VCA function. So that means that all these green marks are any time that the camera automatically tracked a motion event. Whether it's people getting in and out of their cars, people driving by, whatever it tracked, it will show up as a green event. Now that applies to any of the VCA functions. That's how you would retrieve video on the VCA side if you wanted to just simply look at the VCA functions instead of having to look through motion and continuous events. So then the button down here is the smart search. Now this is typically only used for a standard stationary camera. It may not be the best to use a PTZ with this camera, so we're going to switch to a different camera here. So when you're on the smart search, you can click this button down here. And what this will do is if you're looking at a stationary image with not a lot of movement, you can actually specify, right? So right now it's trying to look for motion during this whole thing. So we erase that. You just click and drag with your mouse to erase it. And if you've got the camera looking at a sensitive object or one specific area, you can highlight that area and then hit search. And that will task the system with finding any motion that occurred in that one specific area instead of on the entire screen. So now we've got these green marks at the bottom. These are motion events that occurred within the parameters that we set. So if you're looking at a camera with a lot of motion, you might just want to see if there's motion in one specific area. And the smart search down here is exactly how you would accomplish that.